supposed to speak something which I think all of you know, but maybe not so clear, maybe have some idea, but not so detailed. So I'm here to clarify certain things and make certain things clearer to you if possible. And in fact, it has been quite a long time I've not given talks in this hall. I've given talks upstairs during the courses, the intermediate courses and beginners course, but not in this hall. But anyway, it's good to be back. It's good to see all of you here again. Spend some time in Sunday morning, useful, because sometimes you have to ask yourself, why of all people I'm here? You know, it's not that you come here by chance. Just one Sunday morning, don't know what to do, just walk by Bricksfield, suddenly saw so many people down here, eventually you just pop in and say, there is a talk, let me sit down. It doesn't happen that way. For most of us, there will be some reason or another we are here. Okay? So sometimes we have to ask why we are here. We're here not by mere chance, that's what I said. In fact, it is the working of many factors. So afterwards we will discuss these things with you about something about karma. In fact, if we were to look around our society today, we find that there are many injustices, or there is injustice in our society, in our existence. In fact, there are some people who say men are born equal, but from as far as I understand from a Buddhist point of view, men are never born equal. Because all our karma are not the same. 每个人的因果都不同，因果报业 we are not the same. So how can we be born equal? If we are born equal, we all have the same face, same kind of nose, same kind of eyes, same kind of hairstyle, same kind of everything will be the same. But it is not the same. Nobody is born the same. Men are not born equal, but we should be given equal opportunity to study, to go further in life, and also to struggle for our spiritual progress. That should be given equal chance. The men are never born equal. Okay? So if we were to look around our society today, we find that there is actually inequality in our life. There is no such thing as justice. Okay? And we find that some of them are more beautiful than the others. Like some of you are down here, you are much beautiful than the others. Some are more handsome. Some, they put on a little bit of ICI, they look much better than the others. Some, when they put on ICI, they look worse than the others. So the fact remains that we are all not the same. Some are rich, some are not so rich, some are poor. Some are well educated because of certain reasons also, some are not so well educated. Okay? Some are very smart, but some are not so smart. Some are dumb, and some are born moron and idiots also. Okay? Then if we were to look around us in our society, some have better opportunity to climb. They got a lot of opportunity to climb higher and higher. Some, no matter how hard they try, they fail. Why? Why the injustice? See, many people could not understand this. Could not understand these things that happen in our society. So because they could not understand and they couldn't find an answer to that, they always attribute whatever that happens is God's will. Apa boleh buat semua sudah ditakdirkan, suratan. Ming yin ma. Cantonese always like to say ming yin, Ming yin true thing, Cantonese. Therefore, if you see a lot of Cantonese show, you will become more like them also. This is basically the Hong Kong philosophy of life now. What to do? 1997 is coming. Ming yin true thing If you cannot go to Canada, you cannot go to other country, you have to stay in Hong Kong after 1997. Ming Wan. There's no other thing. That's basically the Hong Kong philosophy. And Malaysians are picking up through the video shows, which are not actually very healthy. Okay? Because we cannot see and understand the problem of life. The inequality of life, we find that we begin to attribute everything to someone up there. Fair or not? If you say that explanation is fair, then why me? Why not him? Why he get rich when not me? Why he so smart and not me? No, we always ask this question in life, and this question has to be answered. Okay? And for me as a Buddhist, I find that the answer of attributing everything to someone up there which we do not know is not fair from a Buddhist point of view. Because if really that person is really very fair, then everybody should be given a fair chance to start from somewhere. But the fact remains, we are not born equal. Some are born in poor families, some are born in rich families, some are born beautiful, some are born not so beautiful, and so on and so forth. Okay? Now, so who causes the injustice? You may ask. Well, if not somebody up there, who causes the injustice? Is it God? Or is it our own creation? We ask this question. But sometimes we cannot understand. Don't ask so much. Just follow whatever have been written down there. This life you have to follow. Brother Huat has to come this Sunday on the 28th of July to Bricksfield Temple to give a talk. Follow because it has been written up there on such a day. And so somebody down here, you have been told on this day also to come for Brother Huat talk. Therefore you have to come. Follow only what has been written. Okay? Now, talking about this injustice, there is one queen during the Buddha's time. She's called Queen Malika. This queen, of course, being a very good queen, she has done a lot of good deeds. In fact, she's a staunch follower of the Buddha. But she has one problem, which women have. Most women have. She's not beautiful. She's scared to be ugly. Why? Because she doesn't have a good shape. She doesn't have the shape of a guitar. Something like that. Okay? Or maybe she has a shape of a drum. So she's very sad. And in fact, the king always liked to tease her, you see. You better do something about your shape. Look at your shape, it's horrible, and things like that. So she felt very sad. So one day she went to the Buddha and then she asked the Buddha, says, Venerable Sir, why is it so that some women are born beautiful, rich, and of high social status, whereas some are born poor, ugly, and low social status? Why some are born beautiful but poor and low social status? Why are some born ugly but rich of high social status? So she asked this question to the Buddha. Okay? So the Buddha explained. Some people are born beautiful because all the while in the past, not only in the past, in the present past. You know present past? That means years back. That person has been cultivating a lot of patience, tolerance. You know patience? You don't get angry so easily. So because of that, you are beautiful. In fact, it is so. You get a Miss Universe come over here, and if she gets angry, nobody wants to go nearer to her, any nearer to her, right? Look at that. Miss World, Miss Universe, but looks like a monkey, when it's angry. Nobody likes to be near. So actually, from my point of view, beauty in a person is not so much of your facial appearance, but it has a lot to do with what comes out from your heart. If you're happy, and if you smile often, then you look beautiful. But if you are, basically the features are okay, and if you don't smile, even a beautiful girl, so-called beautiful girl, but if it doesn't smile often, you find that she's not beautiful. She's, what do you call her? Cold beauty. Okay? Very cold, but looks beautiful but cold. Actually, nobody likes to be near. Some people are not beautiful, but they are warm. Okay, therefore people like to crowd around them like in a cold day. If you light up fire in a cold day, then you like to be near the fire. You feel the warmth, something like that. So the Buddha says, some people are not beautiful because they have not been practicing patience. They have always let the temper overcome them. And because of that, if they have been doing that all the while in the past, there is a possibility they would not be born beautiful this life. And if we don't believe in this, let us look at this very life itself. If since younger days you have been always very hot temper, always show your temper, very moody, and when you grow older, 20, 30 years old, you find that your face will tell that you are not a good person in terms of your temper. You can tell sometimes when you look at a person, that person don't go near. I think he doesn't have a good temper. You can see it in the face itself. Okay, so the Buddha says, if a person wants to be born beautiful, he has to learn to be patient. He has to learn not to let his anger overcome him. Then what about poor? Why some people are born poor? Some are not so poor, and some are rich. The Buddha says, it's because in the past we have been giving, dana, we have been giving, and because we have been giving, we find that now we have in abundance. Okay, so some people are born rich because of that, due to the past. But with the wealth that they have today, if they do not do anything positive in this very life, if they waste away whatever wealth they have got so easily, then you find that the next life will be very difficult for them. It's just like saving account, You put in the money, they say you got $10,000, then you keep on withdrawing. Do you have anything left? After some time you don't have anything. So sometimes we withdraw, sometimes you have to put in. Sometimes we withdraw, sometimes you have to put in back. Then you find that the account will be quite stable. Same thing. If we are born rich but we squander away all our wealth, naturally in no time we'll become poor. In no time the younger generation, if they never appreciate whatever their parents have given them, it'll be gone. And they have to try the hard way again. Okay? And why are some people born of low social status? The Buddha explained to Queen Malika that in the past, if you have been always respecting people, respect, reverence, respecting people who are worthy of respecting, in the past you have not been jealous over others' achievement. This is very important, jealous. And in our society nowadays, in fact, it circulates around this feeling of jealousy. Other shops are doing better, I must try to do better so that I, step over their head and make sure that, I am successful and he is not successful. In this business world, sometimes it's like that. Even in company itself, in the office itself, you want to climb higher, I have to get rid of one or two person who stands along the way. So that again. So these are jealousy. So the Buddha says, if we let this feeling overcome us, then we find that in our next life, even in this very life, people will look down on you. That person, that businessman, don't deal with him. He's a very cunning businessman. This very life, you can see, sometimes your business won't prosper. And in life to come, you have very low social status. People will look down on you for no reason. Sometimes you say, hey, no reason. Why? I'm such a good person this life. Well, I'm looked down by others. Sometimes it is the effects of the previous life. So the Buddha explained this to Queen Malika, and Queen Malika began to understand, I'm rich. I'm of high social status, but now I'm not so beautiful. I don't have the guitar shape. Or it's because I have always been very bad-tempered. So from that day onward, Queen Malika decided to be a very good-tempered person. So all the while she had been very bad-tempered towards the palace consorts, the palace workers, but now she has been She tried to be kind to all of them. Now there's a story of Queen Malika, which is found in actually Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 4, page 197. You can refer to that story. So the injustice that we experience actually, according to Buddhist point of view, is not due to someone up there, but it is due to a lot of our own actions. In other words, if our life is controlled by somebody elsewhere, then we have no chance to change, right? You are born poor, apa boleh buat, sudah suratan, ikut saja. Kita miskin, hidup miskin, mati pun miskin. But the fact remains from a Buddhist point of view is that our life is not controlled by someone elsewhere. Our life is controlled by our own hand. 我们的生命，我们的前途操在我们的手中， terletak di tapak tangan sendiri. You can control your life. That is something beautiful of being a Buddhist. Whereas in other religions, you don't have the opportunity. It has all been written in here. Your life is in here. Which day you are born, which day you get married, which day you get your child, and which day you pass away, they're all written here. Therefore, we have to accept whatever that has been given. But from a Buddhist point of view, it is not so. You may be born poor due to your past, but you have a chance to change for the better. There is one thing beautiful of knowing this special law which we call the law of karma. You are in control of your life. Which one you want? You are not in control of your life, or you are in control of your life? Driving a car, you let somebody drive the car, and then you see the traffic is terrible and the way he drives also frightens you. You want that kind of driver, or you want you yourself to be the driver in control of the car, and you know you can decide when to stop, when to move, and when to turn and when not to turn. Which one you want? Naturally, we want to be in control of our own path and our own destiny. This is the law of karma. That's why sometimes they say in the law of karma is where the justice is. We may be born poor, but we have a chance to be rich. We may be born rich, but you may have a chance to be poor also if you are not careful. Same thing, vice versa, many things. So, we are talking about this law which is called the law of karma. 因果报业, hukum karma. What is this law? Of course, when science discovered the new thing was discovered by the scientists. For example, Newton. You know the Newton third law, right? For every action to be equal and opposite reaction. Actually, what Newton is saying is actually restating what the Buddha has spoken before about the law of karma. In fact, every religion, good religion, there are many religions nowadays in modern context which are not so wholesome. Most of the world religion today, the four great religions of the world, preach about law of karma. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and many other isms which comes later preach about the law of karma. The only difference is that they do not explain to the details like the Buddha did. You understand what I'm trying to say? They all talk about the law of karma. In Christianity, they talk about if you do good, you'll be rewarded in the heavens. If you do bad, you will receive whatever bad effects that you have. In Islam, it is also spoken, kalau orang buat baik, ada pahala. Perkara yang wajib kita lakukan, itu ada pahala. Perkara yang bukan wajib tapi sunat kita lakukan, itu pahala lebih tinggi. So in Islam, it's also mentioned the law of karma. And in Hinduism and many other religions also, it is mentioned this law of karma. Except that it has not been explained so fully, so completely as what has been mentioned by the Buddha in the Dharma itself. Okay? Now, karma operates very differently. It operates without the intervention of external power. In other words, karma has no lawgiver. That means there's somebody sitting down there, I'm in charge of karma. If you do this good, this is the result you'll get. Okay? So what good have you done? Oh, I have helped an old lady cross the road. Let me see first. Okay, for that, you'll be happy for 1 week. If that is the case, then karma has a lawgiver. He decides. Something like a Chinese traditional story of Yamong. You do good, you go there, you go, and then there'll be a judgment day there, and then they say, okay, what good have you done? You see in some Cantonese show, those with the, which looks like a cow and looks like a horse, which looks like a pig or something like that, standing down there. Okay, what have you done? There is no such thing as lawgiver in the law of karma. Okay? It is like gravity. Something like gravity. It is not exactly like gravity, but something like gravity. You see, gravity comes because there is movement. The rotation of the earth at certain speed, and because of that, things are pulled to the center. Okay? That is where we got gravity. But the moment that thing stops to rotate, there is no gravity. So law of karma comes because there is movement, action's been done, therefore there is this result. If the action stops, the result stops. Understand? Something like gravity, but it is not. The law of karma is actually a universal law, an universal law. Of course, karma can be explained in many different ways. To a small boy, we explain very simple language, in very simple language. You do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad result. Mommy, what is that? If you are quiet tonight, mommy buy ice cream for you. So that's a reward you get for being good. If you don't study for your exam tomorrow, wait till you see the cane are all hanging down there. You choose whichever one you want. Thin one, short one, long one, and thick one. Now, that's in kids' language. In some religion, they explain the law of karma this way. If you do good, we'll give you a place in heaven. If you do bad, look at all those sufferings there, you'll be there forever, frightened. That's in kids' language. People, you see, kids sometimes they don't understand why they do good, They just do good because they know it is good, the result after that is good. They don't want to do bad because they know after that they get the punishment. It is not nice to be caned, it is not nice to be pinched, it is not nice to be scolded, it is not nice to be neglected, because some parents say, you don't do, okay, tonight no dinner for you, so they don't want that. That is kids' way of explaining karma. Very shallow, but it has some elements that good will get good, bad will get bad. Understand? That's very simple language. Sometimes we can explain karma in terms of farmers' language. You see, farmer, they plant things, right? So in order to plant things, they have to find a piece of land, they start to plant. Then they have to take care of that seed that they have sown. So whatever seed they have sown, naturally, if you put in a rambutan seed, naturally you won't get a durian. You will never get it. Impossible. Okay? You will never get it. Therefore, whatever good deeds that you put in, you'll bear good fruits. Whatever bad deeds that you put in, you'll bear bad fruits. Just like the farmer plants the seed itself. Okay? Now, from the Buddhist point of view, are you still following me? Yes. Karma is verbal, physical, and mental action performed intentionally, yang sengaja dilakukan. 你有那个念头要去做，有那个念，所以有因，所以才有果。Okay? That means you must have the intention to do it. Once you have the intention to do it, then it bears fruits. Now, karma is the action. The reaction is what we call vipaka, V-I-P-A-K-A, vipaka. That is the reactions. Now, the next question you may ask me is, where is karma stored? Now, just as the air, is it stored somewhere? No. The air is there when there is movement of heat and cold. When certain areas are cold, certain areas are hot, the hot goes to the cold or cold goes to the hot? The air. Normally, the cold one will go to the hot one. The hot one will rises, the cold air will take the place. That's how we experience wind. Okay? But air itself is not stored at anywhere, particular place. Likewise, karma is also not stored anywhere. Not here also, not anywhere. Very strange. There is no special place for it to be stored. Given the right conditions, karma will ripen. And one thing we have to be clear here before I go on is that karma not necessarily means past actions. This one always, sometimes Buddhists also very confused. Something happened, today they want to come to the temple, the car had a puncture. I swear, bad karma. Tonight I want to go and see show, go just about to go out, it pours, cats, it rains cats and dogs. I swear, the rain must be our bad karma, cannot go and see show. You know, everything, something not good happened, bad karma, bad karma. And if we think along that line, we are no different from the Christians, we are no different from the Muslims, we are no different from any gods, those people who believe in one God religion. Good thing, God's real. Bad things, sometimes God's will, sometimes the devil's work. What are we? How are we in such a way different from them? We are not in any way different from them. So, many things that have happened in our life today, not necessarily due to the past, the distant past, your past life, not necessary. It could be due to the present past. For example, you have gastric problem. Now I have studied Buddhism, I know about law of karma. Sure, it must be in the past. I have done some bad thing, therefore this life I have this gastric problem. But not necessary. You might have been born with a very good body. But all through the years, let's say you have been living for 25 years, all through the years you have not been taking care of your stomach. That action produces reaction. And the reaction is now you have gastric problem. It's not due to your past life. This very life itself. And many things. Your business didn't do well. Not necessarily due to your past life. Past life I have not been giving a lot of dana, therefore this life my business won't work and this. Not necessary. We have to look in this very life itself. Not very far away. A few years back, 10 years back, 15 years back. What kind of person were you? What kind of character were you? Stingy, give 5 cents, must take back 50 cents. PR no good, always very proud. People come to your shop, they want to attend, you want to buy, don't want to buy, you get out. Of course your business don't do well. It's nothing to do with the past. It is your present past. So, karma is not necessary, does not necessarily mean all the things in the distant past. It is this present life. And whatever that you do now will decide another 10 years, 20 years of your future life. It will decide. If you don't take good care of your health today, another 20 years, don't know what will happen to you. If you don't study hard for students, another 10 years, you don't know what will happen to you. So your future will be decided by what you're doing now also. This is the law of karma. Okay? Does it make sense? Okay? Now, if we were to think everything that we experience today is due to the past karma, then we find that there is no way we can change it, right? How to change it? It has already been decided. Oh, due to my past karma, I have to fall sick. Therefore, I have to fall sick. No need to go and see doctor. Doctor won't cure one because it is the past karma. I don't go and see doctor and see what will happen. And sadly, there are some religion also who believe you should not go and see doctors. Even some modern religion today believe, there was, few years back, there was a small group of religious sect in Breaksville, somewhere out there. Follower of that particular religion believe that if you're sick, don't have to go and see doctors, because doctors are devils. Because you have been decided, you have been agreed, and you have been told to fall sick, therefore you fall sick. And if God wants you to get well, you'll get well. Therefore have faith, pray. There is one religion, 1 or 2 years back in Breaksville, it came out in newspaper. Okay? I wouldn't want to mention that particular religion, but it is somewhere in Breaksville. I do not know whether they're still operating in Breaksville or not. Okay? Alright, now how does karma work? Very simple. Karma is motivated by craving, desire. This craving is there, therefore karma is produced. If you stop the craving, there is no karma. Simple equation. For example, you want to buy a bungalow. Craving is there, the desire is there. Not only double-story bungalow, all of them have double-story bungalow. I have 3 stories bungalow. Nobody in KL have that, only me. So you have planted the cause. You have to suffer the effect. You have to work very hard. People work for 8 hours, you work for 16 hours. There are some people who work for 16 hours. I come across, there are many Chinese nowadays go to Japan. 跳飞机. You know, they go to Japan. And the other day I went to Penang, I was on a plane. I spoke to one Indonesian. He has been, caught by Malaysian government. Because first he was caught by the Japanese government for overstaying in Japan for 9 months. Thrown out of Japan, he came back to Malaysia, he tried to enter Malaysia, the immigration caught him and put him in the jail for 1 day or something. Later, chopped in his passport. Orang ini tidak dibenarkan masuk ke Malaysia, something like that. So he showed me that passport. And he went to Japan to work. Just plumbing, plumbing, that kind of job. His salary, monthly salary is about US $2,000 to $3,000. That's equivalent to about $5,000 to $6,000 Malaysian money. For a person who has not gone to university or colleges or whatever it is, he earns that much. So if he can go there for 9 months, you see how much he earns. And when he takes back the money, he goes back to Indonesia, convert to the Indonesian currency, he'll be a millionaire. That's why all of them goes to Japan, even Malaysia nowadays. So, there are some people who went over to Japan, they work as hard as 16 hours per day just to accumulate as much money as they can. And while the government is still have not noticed, then they work very hard down there. And then once they're caught, they come back, they got all the money down. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay? Some people work for sex. So because of the cost, people want that money, people have to work hard and people have to suffer sometimes for that. That's why some people got no time. These are the kind of people, I call them, they have the quantity of life, but they do not have the quality of life. You understand what I mean? To say they are not rich, yeah, they have a lot of money, but they can't spend their money in a very enjoyable way. They have very big house, they hardly go back to the house. They work very hard. Okay? They have a good hi-fi set at home, they hardly got time to sit down, relax and listening to the music. They got a video, they got karaoke, everything at home, they hardly got time to use it also. And who has the opportunity to use it? The servant. The Filipinos maid, those from Philippines, they are most of the time at home, they have the opportunity to use the fridge, 3-compartment fridge, the TV, the radio, all of them, the maids have the chance, but not them. So they have the quantity of life, they have a lot of property, a lot of things, but they don't have the quality of life. You can see the life has no quality. They do not know what actually enjoyment really means in life. Enjoyment doesn't mean you have to have a lot of things, therefore you enjoy it. Not necessary. Two persons sit down and start to chit-chat with each other, also enjoyment. That's why a lot of couples like to sit down fairly and talk to each other, because a lot of enjoyment, right? Even doing nothing, sitting down, talking about the stars, the moon, the grass, they feel happy. Monday never see also cannot. That's enjoyment actually. Pure, simple enjoyment. Sometimes you enjoy sitting down talking to others without having to have karaokes and all those things. You don't have to. That is what we call quality of life. Many people are now in Sungai Wang, but you are here. They have the quantity of life. But you have a little bit more than that. You have the quality of life. At least Sunday I must go temple, go for service. Then after service must listen to some talks, so that every week I learn something. That's quality of life. They don't have. After this you go to Sungai Wang, never mind. You are the same as them. Quantity of life you have, but you have quality of life. That's the only difference. Alright? So, karma is motivated by craving. You desire to have something, you create the cause, therefore you have to accept whatever results that come. It is the product of choice between good and evil. You see, when we talk about karma, just now we talk it is intentionally. Therefore, it means you have a choice between good and evil. For example, want to cheat or not? Okay, you do a business, want to cheat or not? Now, before you decide to do whatever things, you have come to a stage that you have to think, to do it or not to do it. There is a choice between good and evil being done at that moment. If a good choice is made, therefore good karma is created. But if an evil choice is made, or a lousy or bad choice is made, bad karma will be created. Therefore karma is a choice between good and evil. Don't say you don't have choice. Today you come here also, you have make a choice, Want to go in or not to go in? Go in, after that I yawn all the time. Very embarrassing also. Not to go in, I can go to where now? The mall. The mall have like some exhibition on. Now, you have a choice, to come in, to sit down or not. And afterwards you have a choice to go out early or not. Want to go out early or not? If I go out early, everybody look at me. Boy, what I just spoken about this, better not to go out. So you have a choice. Whatever choice that you make, therefore the result comes to you. If you make a choice, no, I want to stay home because it is something useful for me. Because of that good choice that you make, it produces good result. That's why they say if you come for Dhamma talk, you create good merits. Because it is a good choice you made. Same thing, if it's a bad choice, then you get a bad effect after that. Alright? So, such intentional deeds are very creative. Actually, we do not know. Sometimes the simple things that we do, sometimes in life, we help somebody. In fact, we are not very serious about that. Somebody come to you and say, can you help me in this? And you think, okay, I'll help you. But you're not very serious in that actually. You just help because you feel you can help. But somehow, because of your good action, the result become very creative, That person will remember you for life, and maybe next time you're in trouble, he comes back to help you. And not just that, he goes out and tells, that person is very good, I just went to him for help, and he just helped me like that, So he says, Yaka, wow, that person is good. So everybody start to talk about you. And then eventually your reputation grows. Sometimes you never realize, a little thing that you do, it creates a lot of good effects. Likewise, the little silly things that you do, it creates a lot of bad effect. That person, so everybody start to carry tales about you. Eventually, your reputation drop, your business drop, everything drop. Okay? Now, the other day I saw in the Malay Mail, there was an accident early morning about 3 something. So the car was involved in an accident. And just few doors away, there was a doctor, the clinic, 24 hours clinic. So one of them, about 3 something or 4 o'clock in the morning, pull out the passenger of the car. He was badly injured and things like that. Went to the clinic to call that doctor out. The doctor refused to come out and help and attend to that patient. Just few doors away. And that doctor's, if the rumors go around that area, that doctor, hopeless doctor, his business will drop. Just simple thing only. He could have just come out and say, bring to my clinic. Just give him some outpatient treatment while waiting for the ambulance. His reputation would have gone up. But he chose the other way. And probably people were talking about that doctor useless. It came out in newspaper. Useless doctor. So near. And people in need of help, 6 doors away, cannot help. See that? Simple things sometimes can create a lot. I remember it because it came out in newspaper. And many people will remember it because it came out in newspaper. That is the creative effect of karma. Simple thing. He could have just said yes, then the story would be different. But he decided to say no, and the story went the other way. So sometimes don't overlook small things in life. Small things that you help others will go a long way. And small things, bad things that you do will go a long way in creating very bad effect to your life. Such is the nature of karma. Very creative. Okay? It's just like a small boy's mind, You ask them to draw, they can draw any kind of things which you have never thought of. That is the nature of creativity. Such is the nature of karma. Can follow me so far? At the back? Yes. If they knock the head, then I know that is the cause. The effect is I must continue. Okay, now karma actually works in the form of circle. It means it goes back. For example, you have a desire, an attachment to kill. Okay? You have that desire. That is the cause. The effect is that you want to find a hobby which fulfill that wish. You go fishing. Tasik Titiwangsa, Bukit Ceraka, or whatever place that you can go fishing. So the cause, you want to kill something for enjoyment. Then you decided to go fishing. That is the effect. So you go to fish. The fishing process becomes the cause again. The effect is that the fish got hooked. Okay? Then you see the fish, very excited. I managed to catch one fish. So excited, Actually the fish is also excited. because he's about to die, see, but you excited because you get something which actually sometimes we don't want. Some people, they fish just for the fun of it, after that they throw back, or after that they just let the fish die like that. They don't really want that fish sometimes, see, excited. Now that excitement that you get while fishing becomes a cause. For what effect? For you to do it again. Oh, it's so nice. The effect is nice. Therefore, I must do it again. So it becomes a cause. So you find that actually, cause becomes effect. Effect will become cause again for another effect. It goes on and on and on and on and on. This is what we call paticca samuppada. Cause and effect. Because of one, it leads to another. You all see Cantonese shows? See Cantonese shows? Yes. Tak mengaku. Yes or no? You all see videos at 6 o'clock? 6 to 7? Yes, most of you. Some of you work overtime, then you don't have a time. But that also you record, telephone back, today, channel 2, please record, I want to see that show. Now, if you were to study many stories, especially Cantonese shows that you like to see, it's actually a series of cause and effect. The mother-in-law doesn't like the daughter-in-law. That is the effect actually. The cause is because the daughter-in-law cannot give birth to a baby boy. Probably let's assume the daughter-in-law cannot give birth to a baby boy, but give birth to a baby girl. The mother-in-law don't like. So that because of that, the relationship is strained. The effect is the mother-in-law hates the daughter-in-law. And that hatred becomes the cause for many other effects. The mother-in-law torture back the daughter-in-law. So you find that story goes on. It's actually a series of cause, effect, cause, effect, cause, effect. That's why they have this po sawa. Father, between the two parents, they got something not happy relationship. Because of that, it brought down to the next generation, po sawa, the cause, effect. And if that cannot be settled, it goes on to another generation and another generation and so on and so forth. Cause and effect. Okay? Very simple cause and effect in your office, in your school, in whatever place you are in. Somebody scold you, talk back about you. That Miss Wong, I'm lazy. Typing also don't know how to type properly. Still want to become a clerk. When you overheard that, that is a cause, the effect that you get angry. So that angry will turn into a cause again. I'll find, Miss Lim, you watch out. One day you find, I will make sure that you got no face to face anybody. So that hatred becomes the cause for you to do something which will result in something else. She creates bad karma, not you. For example, somebody scold you, you just smile. She has bad karma, but you? No bad karma, because you don't fight back. Okay? You may have a question to ask about this later on. Keep that question. Now, sowing good seeds. Now, all good and bad karma bear fruits sooner or later. There are some people, they do a lot of bad things in life. Say, nothing happened to me. I'm very rich now. I'm happy. I got all that I want, you see. Don't talk about law of karma. Nonsense. You stupid people, superstitious people, you believe in that. See, I smuggle drugs. See my house, how big. You, so honest. Look at your car, bone-shaking car. Don't talk to me about religion. This law of karma only to those people who are stupid, they will believe. Some people say like that. Wait, the result has not come. Don't be too happy. Some things doesn't happen so quickly. You plant a tauge seed. How many days can you see the tauge? Plant a tauge seed. How many days can you see a tauge? A tauge seed. How many days can you see a tauge? Couple of days. Okay, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, okay? The most. You can see the seeds growing. This one you can do, school children do experiment also. Take the seeds and then put onto the cotton and put some water, the seed grows. You take a durian seed, you plant it. How long it takes to bear fruits? Likewise, our actions also are like seeds with different nature. Some seeds bear fruit immediately, so quickly. Some seeds bear fruits very slowly, but it doesn't mean it does not happen. It will happen. It's a matter of time. But maybe you will not live long enough to see it ripen. It may ripen in the next life. It may ripen in this very life when you get very old. You never know. Okay? Just like the seeds that you plant. Now, some of the seeds that we plant are very weak. Some are very strong. And because of that, some will produce very fast result. Some will produce very slow result. And some will become ineffective if you know how to overcome it. Okay? So, karma, good karma and evil karma follow ones from one life to another. Even follow us from one day to another. Hot weather, go and buy 10 durians, come back and eat. See what is the result you get. That one you get very instant result. Tomorrow, sore throat, that was bigger. Yesterday I had 10 durians. I went to see doctor, $30, give me injection. Immediate karma. Hot weather, eat durian some more. Especially you go to pasar malam, lelong, 10 ringgit, ambil semua. Murah, balik makan. Tapi apabila kena bayaran doktor tu tak murah lagi. You have to pay for the bill some more. Okay, and with the whole family involved, coughing, everybody start coughing, then you can see the medical bill come out to $100. Actually, the durian you paid for $10 cost $110. Okay, this is a cause and effect. It follows us from day to day, from months to months, from years to years, and sometimes from life to life. Maybe from life to life we cannot see. Sometimes we don't believe because we cannot see. I don't see, therefore I don't believe. Not necessary. From day to day we can see. If you're not careful, tomorrow you fall sick. Try to sleep for 2 hours only today, tomorrow you wake up, you won't feel nice. Go on another 2 days like that, you fall sick. This is a cause and effect. Okay? Now, good action produces good results. The good results are what we call merits. Komde in Malay is called pahala. That word pahala, Malay word, comes from Sanskrit word which is called phala. P-H-A-L-A. The Malay borrowed it from the Sanskrit. Phala means merits. Okay? Now merits are actions of body, speech and thoughts which purifies the mind. When we do something good, it creates good results. That is what we call merits. Why it is good result? Why good results are called merits? Because it makes us feel good. It makes us feel happy. It makes us feel calm, peace. Okay? Now, a merit, a good deed should be something which purifies your mind. That means if you are given somebody some things, what do you feel? Wow, nice. I've helped one old lady to cross the road. Or I've given 20 cents to a roadside musician. I feel nice. Then, because of that, your mind becomes very pure. Because of that, you create good karma for the next, for future reactions. Okay? Now, merits are very important, Gongde. Some people don't believe in merits. 我给就给了，功德不功德不重要. But sometimes merits are important also. We have to think about merits also, because merits help us in many ways. But don't too much emphasize. There are many people who come to the temple, they emphasize a lot on merits. So they become very choosy, For example, listening to Dharma talks. Some people, they only come for Dharma talk if that speaker is maybe somebody great. They only come in. That speaker, 冇聽過，沒有聽過他的名啊，對吧？ So that means you are very choosy. A person who really is a good person, he wants to do merits, big merit, small merit, he must do. If you want to be a successful businessman, big business, small business, both you have to do also. Because sometimes we do not know, we have to depend on small people also to become big. And many people start business because they start it small, therefore they grow until they become big. You start big, sometimes you will fail and you fall harder also. And some people, they come to temple, when they give Dharma to monks, they also choose monk. This monk, wow, very powerful monk, you know. I heard he can do this, he can do that. Give more. This monk, don't know, I see him walk around temple like doing nothing. Give one enough. If you do that, then the intention itself is not very good, because there's still some level of discrimination. 分别心，有分别心就有偏心。You know Mandarin 偏心? You like this one, you don't like that one. Because of that, because your sin is 分别心, 分心, 偏心, therefore your marriage also will not be very good. There will be some marriage, but not very good. Therefore, give with no discriminating hearts. That's important. Come to Dharma talks with no discriminating hearts. Old speaker, new speaker, all you must come in and give support. Speaker who can talk well, give support. Speaker who cannot talk very well, must give more support so that one day he can speak well. That should be the attitude. I say this because I find that I go to many places. Nowadays, Buddhists are very choosy. You know choosy? They're very choosy. Brother so-and-so come to give talk. Oh, must go, must go. Brother so-and-so come. Not interesting, I don't want to go. Come after service, we go to Sungai Wang already. 分别心. And because of that, you don't help the new speakers to develop. And you torture these old speakers every now and then he has to come and give talk. Because the new speakers, people don't want to listen. Should not happen. We should support new speakers. Famous monk, not famous monk, when they come to give talk, we must equally support. That monk very famous, come in thousands. But that monk not so famous, few only sitting, one seat here, one seat there. The monks also, talk also no heart. Eventually he lose faith in giving talks also. We must support them. Okay? Now, merits are important because merits improve the quality of our mind. A person constantly do a lot of good deeds, his mind will be of good quality. He always thinks of good things, pure things, nice things. Merits are important because it benefits oneself and others. You do a lot of good things, good deeds, it's good for you and it's good for others. So it's a kind of mutual gain. Merits are important because it leads one towards freedom from the change of suffering in this life. Therefore, people who constantly do a lot of good deeds, they feel happier than those people who constantly don't do. You see, people who give a lot in life, they feel much happier than people who are always waiting to receive. You understand, You sit down waiting. How come today nobody give me any prize, How come this year, my birthday, nobody come to my house and give prizes, All the years, people's birthday, you never give prizes to others. How you expect people to give? It has to work that way. Okay? But more importantly is marriage opens the door to opportunity everywhere, anytime. Now this is where I have to explain a little bit. There are some businessmen who got a degree in business studies, business administration. He got all the capital he wants. He got all the good workers that he can find and put them into the company, yet the company fails. Why? I have done all that I can. Money I have taken. I have got this so much capital. I have got a degree in business administration. I got all the experts in my company. How come my company fails? Sometimes it's not so much of hard work. Hard work is important, but it's not just hard work alone, according to Buddhism, to be successful. It's not just hard work. It's just not having a degree. It's not just having all these things. But sometimes it is marriage which helps us to go through smoothly in life. Some people find that certain things in life, they do it and they're very smooth. They got a very smooth life. Easy sailing life because of their past marriage. Some people, no matter how hard they try, they fail because they have not done enough marriage. The door of opportunities have not opened for them. Therefore, if you want to be successful in life, if you want to do anything in life, you must constantly do a lot of good deeds because that opens up the door of opportunity. We all face problems in life. Let's face fact. I face problem. You face problem. It's only the only difference is your attitude towards the problem. The only difference is some people, when they face problem, there are people who come and help. Some people, when they face problem, they are alone facing the problem. That is the only difference. Therefore, if a person constantly do a lot of good deeds, you find that when they are faced with problem, somehow people come along and help them, and the problem will be solved just before the deadline. I do not know whether you have such experience, but for me, I do have such experience. Sometimes I have this problem, it has to be solved. Somehow somebody will come along, poof, the problem is solved. Very strange, but it works that way, because that is the work of the power of marriage. You must constantly do good deeds. Then the door of opportunity opens. That's why some people are more successful than the others. Because of this. Some people call it luck. But from Buddhist point of view, we don't call it luck. Because it's just not mere luck. It is your hard work that you put in the past. The merits that you have gained. Which helps you to pull through. Understand? Yeah? That's why now look into yourself. What are the things in life that is not so smooth for you? Look into it and see where it went wrong. While working very hard towards achieving your goal, you must not forget your good deeds that you must constantly do. For students, while studying very hard, must not forget to attend talks also. Do a lot of good deeds that will help you to pass your exam easier. Sometimes, somehow, marriage will help you to choose. Sometimes, make you have the wisdom to choose the right question to answer. You choose question number 2. He chooses question number 3. But you got better marks because you choose question number 2. Sometimes it's like that. And sometimes very difficult to say. These are works of karma. Very strange. But, it works that way. We cannot understand because we don't have the mind of the Buddha to comprehend. But roughly it is like that. For our common understanding. So when we want to do marriage, according to Buddhism, there are 4 fields of marriage. Just like a farmer, when they want to plant, they have to know what are the fields to plant. Okay? Good field or a lousy field. If you plant a lousy field, it takes a longer time for that seeds to grow. If you plant in a very fertile field, it grows very fast. So same thing, the Buddha says there are 4 fields of marriage. 4种福田. Okay, first one is the Buddha. You can serve the Buddha. How to serve the Buddha? Bringing people to Buddhism is a way to serve the Buddha. Helping the Dharma to go on and sustain the lifespan of the Dharma is also serving the Buddha. Okay? Okay? Understand the Dharma and practice the Dharma is also serving the Buddha, because the Buddha says, he who sees the Dharma sees me. And if you want to serve the Buddha, you have to serve through that way also. But if you find that it's very difficult to do, then you can serve the Arahants or those sages. Like monks, you can serve them. There are a lot of merits for you to gain. If still you find that that is difficult, you have your father and mother at home to serve. Serve them well, because they are the most fertile field of merits. Don't look down on your mother just because you have a PhD. Don't look down on your mother just because you can earn much more than your mother. You have to serve them also. Treat them well. Okay? Because that is a field of merits. So remember, all good things in life from a Buddhist point of view are God. Those things like wealth, beauty, power, wisdom, all these things are got through the power and the grace of merits. Okay? Now, in order to do good deeds, there are 10 meritorious deeds that you can do. I'll go quickly because time is running out. Number 1, generosity. Y'all can do this? Can? Now, generosity means giving of material things to others, which I think is very easy. We can give material things much easier. Give education to people. Give spiritual help to others. And sometimes not even that. Just simple things like smile. A smile will carry a lot of weight sometimes. Just smile. You smile to me, I'll smile at you, like the song says, smile at me or smile at you. Eventually a smile make two and things like that. It makes everybody happy. That itself is giving. That is what is not found in Buddhist community. Buddhists don't smile so often. I don't know why. By right they should. You look at all those meditating monks, even though sometimes they are serious when they are doing when they are sitting meditation, but when they are out of meditation, sitting meditation, when they are with you, they have a pleasant smile. They are very friendly, approachable. How come our Buddhist followers are not like that? See each other so serious, as if you become holy man, all others are not good person, I must behave like that. No. What's wrong with smiling? Just as long as you don't give cheeky smile enough. Smile. That is part of Dharma. Okay? I'll go very quickly. I got no time to go in detail. Number 2 is morality. If we want to create good karma, we must constantly observe precepts. That is very important. A businessman who observes precept compared to a businessman who does not observe precept, from what I've seen, many successful, Buddhist successful businessmen, they observe precept and yet they are successful. There are some people say, I'm a businessman, I cannot observe precept lah. Like this. They give all kinds of excuses. But we have seen many businessmen, they are good Buddhists and yet they are successful businessmen. Why? Why they can? Why can't we? It's not the weakness of the precepts, but it is the weakness of oneself. We justify cannot. Actually it can. So Buddhists, we do observe precept not because we are afraid of the Buddha punishing us, but because we understand it is good, precept is good for our future training, spiritual training. Okay? Number 3, mental culture. Number 1, remember? Dana, generosity. Number 2, precepts. Number 3, mental culture. Now, it is important for Buddhists to constantly watch their mind, because many problems actually comes from the mind. You want to scold a person, the thing that must have come to your mind first. I am angry, I want to take revenge, therefore you scold back. But some people, they don't think, they straight scold back already. Why? This has to do with habits. You see, if you constantly do that kind of thing, it will come to a time, it becomes response already. It's something like behavioral response. Someone scold you, you never think of it. You scold back. It's something like that. It's because all the while you have not been thinking. Because of that, it becomes habit. And because of that, you create what we call habitual karma. Some people just scold others like that without thinking. Then sometimes we say, awak tak pakai otak. You never think. See, but most of us, when we do something, we want to do something, we think, how I want to take revenge. It must have gone through your mind first. Okay? Therefore, it is very important for Buddhists to watch their mind always. Anytime someone scolds you, think, I'm angry, feel it, coming up, ears turn red, Okay? Face, you can see, if you see in cartoon, your face goes up, the redness goes up. You can see it, Then watch. No, not good. Cool down. You still cannot sit down, you see his face or see her face, cannot be, it's going up. Go somewhere else, go to the toilet, sit down in the toilet for 10 minutes. Now watch your mind. Then you find that you reduce a lot of bad thoughts, and which eventually reduce a lot of bad actions and bad karma. Okay, you have to do that. Don't give. Mosquito. Habits. Without thinking. It's natural. It's a kind of a stimulus response. Those psychologists they call stimulus response. Because there is a stimulus down there, respond. Ada rangsangan, ada tindak balas. But once you become Buddhist, you watch your mind, you begin to aware. No. First precept, I just chant Manati Fata Veramani. Go away. Then okay, you stop an action because you begin to think. The moment you begin to think, the moment you start to reduce a lot of bad actions. Many bad actions happen because we don't think. We want to scold, we scold. We want to hit, we hit. We want to do whatever thing we do. But the moment you start to think, it's like putting a brake. Accident can be avoided. Buddhism gives us that wisdom to break when it's time to break. The Dharma, the precepts, the observing of the mind will help us to break when it's time to break. Therefore, reduces a lot of problems. That's the whole idea. Not because we want to sit, or because there will be magic after that we can see things others cannot see. Not that. But because we have to control our mind to reduce these bad effects. Can you follow me? Okay. Next one, number 4. Good deeds that you can do, respect and reverence. Now it is important for us to respect the right people and respect people whom we think worthy of respecting, because it helps to replace the pride in us so that we become very humble. Okay? Now this is to ensure harmony in our society. Father should not always hold on to the pride. I am the father. Elder son should not always hold on to the pride. I am the elder son. Teacher should not hold on to the pride. I am a teacher. You are a student. Shut up. Because there is always something to learn from somebody. Parents may have a lot to learn from the kids. Kids may have, in fact, they have a lot to learn from the parents. Okay? Teachers may have something to learn from the kids in the schools. And the student should not, nowadays actually children are quite proud. They go to school, they are very proud. In fact, some of them are very arrogant also. That's why there are a lot of discipline problems. Because they are quite proud. They think they know a lot. And some instigated by their parents also. Sing sang keng mei ah. That kind of, because of that, the student have somebody at the back, Taiko and Taima at the back. Go to school, sometimes like that. And we see a lot of discipline problem comes from disciplined family. Parents which have discipline problem themselves. Therefore, they have this kind of kids, which creates problem in schools. Okay? Therefore, I always suggest to parents, please do something about your kids at home. It's just not good enough to give them a shelter to live in. It's just not good enough to give them enough money to buy food and to buy books. It's just not good enough to buy all the necessary things for them, computer and having a home library. It's just not good enough. You must have much more than that. That little love that you give will go a long way. But this is what our community lacks, especially Chinese community. We think as a parent, we work very hard, get enough money, give it to the kids, whatever they want, that's it. The job for education throws to the school. If my son fails, teachers to be blamed, the school to be blamed, which is not true. Child education, home education is the most important. School education is only formal education. Learning the sciences and arts doesn't learn the moral and ethics, so much of morals and ethics. The parents have to push that. Okay? So I beg parents, please do something about this. Especially if you are Buddhist parents, give them Buddhist values. Then you find that your kids will grow up as a complete person. Teach them about reverence, respect. Respect old people, respect people who are worthy of respecting. For example, in schools, outside society, respect the seniors, respect those who are more seniors. Learn from them. Don't be too proud. Okay? Next one. Service. We can do a lot of good deeds by giving service, performing good deeds out of compassion for the others. In this temple, there are many things to be done. Service, all this needs service. Leading the hymns, arranging the chairs. You can come earlier and help to arrange the chair. You can come earlier and help to bring the books and give to every one of them hymn books. See? You can do a lot of things. Don't wait for people to service us. Let us give some service to others. Because in life we have been served many a years, many a times. It's time we give service to others. Okay? This is one way also. Number 6, sharing of merits. The good deeds that we have done, we must learn to share with others also, so that they see the good things that you have done and they learn from you also. Don't do good thing and do it quietly. I observe precept. Today I must close myself in a room. Nobody knows you observe precept. And you never show to others how observing precept can be used in your daily life. When I observe a precept, I still work. I have to eat before noon. I have to find ways to eat before noon. Maybe I have one certain period of time I'm free. Normal day I will read newspaper, but because today I observe precept, I go and eat first, just before noon. So observing a precept and things like that still can be done in your daily life. Okay? Observing a precept, no music for me. All my cassette player, leave there. Temptation is there. Don't touch. You should. It doesn't mean when you observe precept, close yourself in a room and do not know. You must let others know so that they can see observing precept is something practical. Even living daily life, working life, you still can observe your precept. Not necessarily Sunday only you can observe precepts. So by doing so, you gain merits and then you let others share your merits. They know it can be done and they see the good effect in you, they will do it. Okay? Number 7, rejoicing in others' good deeds. This is important to reduce the kind of jealousy in us. In our society, many people don't like to see others being successful, right? Even brothers and sisters, sometimes they don't like to see each other more successful than the others. Correct or not? Now why? Sometimes it's due to the parents also. Mother or father side one of the kids, don't quite like the other kids. So because of the discrimination of parents towards the kids, and they like their younger one, don't like the elder one. Okay? Always the elder one gets scolding. Anything happen, the old one, Layla. The elder son is always down there pitiful, Now because of that discrimination, you find that parents unintentionally, 不知不觉, helps the kids to hate each other. And when that kid is successful, they want to get jealous. Yeah lah, sure lah, daddy always give you money to buy that. I always ask, daddy don't give. Sure, you are successful. They grow, no? They grow up with full of hatred, and later they will not become good brothers and sisters in the same family. And there is no harmony in the family. Therefore, parents also play a very important role to help children grow up not full of jealousy, but they learn to see the good points of others. If others are successful, say good things about others. We should teach them that. Alright? Then we should always try to seek ways to praise instead of searching for excuses to gossip and criticize. In the office, we always see people gossip, right? Hey, you know that Miss Wong, the other day I saw her with our Mr. Tan, They went out don't know where for dinner or for lunch, They start to talk, Actually, Miss Wong, she got intention to climb up, therefore he is close to the boss. We always find a lot of to try to gossip and criticize. But why shouldn't we, from now onward, try to find reasons to praise others? No, that Miss Wong, very hardworking. We all go back at 5 o'clock, he still stay on until 6 o'clock to finish her work. Say some good things. Some people cannot. They just must say something not nice. Even the dress that you wear, Hey, that dress so awful. Must have bought from, let's say, Chowkit or what, something like that. Chichongkai one Actually, he bought from one of the boutique, We always want to find something. Your hairstyle so square Why did you get that kind of hairstyle? Your spec, out of fashion already. Hey, we always want to find something to criticize. Why don't we say something nice about? Well, you dress very smartly today, very neatly today. Of course, there are some people who are also very sarcastic. What? Today only nice, Yesterday not nice, Some people are sarcastic also, so we should not try to do If people tell you nice, say thank you, I hope to go on like that, Instead of saying, why only today nice, Then the other person say, I want to say something nice and now I get fired back, So, bertimbang rasa also. When people say something nice, he meant it or she meant it. Just accept it, thank you, I hope to wear like this more often. Then it becomes positive. Rather than saying something very negative, then the other person dare not say anything good already. Next time keep quiet. Hey, don't say. Every time I say something, she sure fire back. Keep quiet better. Okay? Now, number 8 and 9, good things that we can do is learning the Dhamma and listening to the Dhamma and teaching the Dhamma. These are the good deeds that we can do also to create good karma so that we have good results later on. Like what you're doing. You create good karma, I create good karma. We need each other. I cannot be sitting here talking to nobody. You cannot be sitting here listening to nobody. We need each other. That's why in Buddhism, this teaching and listening to the Dhamma has to work hand in hand. The Sangha needs the lay people. The lay people needs the Sangha. This is a kind of unwritten contract. Okay? And number 10, quickly, straightening one's view. Whatever wrong things that you have, the wrong idea that you have in your mind, if you can straighten it. Last time you think like that, not correctly, a lot of superstitious belief. If you can straighten your views, and if you can help others to straighten their views, then you are creating a very good karma for yourself and also for others. That is why you must constantly come and listen to the Dhamma. Attend Dhamma talk, come for Sunday, Dhamma talk, come for Friday night discussion group, attend adult class, attend whatever courses they organize, not only in this temple, elsewhere. Constantly get yourself involved, because the more you do it, the more you're straightening your views. We have a lot of crooked ideas, wrong ideas, all kinds of things, Some people have all kinds of ideas, Go to toilet, cannot wear Buddha image, come to temple, and see a reverend must bow how many times, and then see the fountain there, throw some coins into the fountain, all kinds of ideas people do in the temple, all kinds of things. So we need to straighten our views. Go to the shrine hall, pray, must bring one big bunch of chopsticks, the more the merrier. Candle must big one, chopstick big one, bang pao put small one only. Some people like that, put small thing, expect big thing, Business not very good, they donate $10 or $100, expect the name to be out, expect the business to go good again. It doesn't work that way. Religion is not a place for you to bargain, This is not a place for you to get cheap bargain, I pay $10, I get how much I get. No, you must not even think of that. Just do what you can. The good things will come back to you. Now, we come to another important question before I end. Is everything due to karma? As what I said earlier, not everything is due to karma. In fact, according to Buddhism, there are 5 laws which govern the universe. Utu niyamas, bija niyamas, kamma niyamas, chitta niyamas, and dhamma niyamas. 5 universal laws. And one of the law is called kamma niyamas. This law is the law of karma. So actually, the probability of something happen due to karma is only 1/5. Let's say you go out, let's say you want to go to East Coast. You drive your car along the Kara highway. Suddenly it rains very heavily and then there was a landslide. You got caught in a jam. Cannot go to East Coast already. Bad karma. Why of all day today a landslide? Not necessarily due to karma. It could be due to the movement of the universe, the earth itself. This is the kind of worldly, the weather phenomena and things like that which leads to the landslide. Not necessarily due to karma. That's why I said just now, you want to go out for a show, suddenly it rains, it's not necessary. Okay? So not everything is due to karma, it's only 1/5 actually. But even though sometimes certain things happen because of karma, if we use our wisdom and effort, we can overcome a lot of unfavorable things. For example, Helen Keller, you have heard of Helen Keller? She's blind, she cannot speak, she's dumb, she's deaf, but she learned how to speak by putting her fingertips onto the lips of a person who speaks. For example, I say, I. So she'll follow, I. That's how she learned to speak. Eventually she mastered herself in the skills of speaking, and she became one of the good speakers who goes around and telling others to help those people who are unfortunate. Helen Keller. Many other people in this world, even though they are born unfavorable, but because of their effort, because of their wisdom, they change their life to a better life. And many others are born with a lot of opportunity, but they never appreciate. Sometimes sad to say, people born in a rich family, the kids are not appreciative. And that's how you find that the next generation have a lot of problems. Okay? Now, why is it important for us to know the law of karma? Is because if we know the law of karma, the understanding of the law of karma will make us more responsible towards ourselves, towards our life. We don't blame others so easily. We always like to say, Layla, 真係你係衰啊，冇你又冇事啊，有你又有事啦。Sometimes we always like to say like that. 沒有你都沒有事情咯，你來就是事情多多。We always like to blame others. But learning the law of karma, understanding the law of karma will make us understand, make us more responsible towards ourselves. Some children, they are born like that. They say, what to do? My parents don't know how to give birth to me like that. You see? Therefore I'm like that. Blame the parents. What to do? My parents are poor, hopeless parents, never give me. Look at Along look at Alyong look at Alan look at whoever it is. They're all so good because the parents, because my parents know. We always blame others, but we never look into ourselves. So understanding our law of karma, understand that actually we are in control of our life. We should be responsible for our life. And understanding of the law of karma will make us more self-reliant. We don't depend on others so easily. 你种什么呢？种什么果？不是种什么果，种什么瓜，就得什么果。Okay, it's like that. Whatever you plant, you get it. You must be responsible for it. Then we become self-reliant. If I want to be happy, first I must find ways to be happy. There are many people who want to be happy in life, but they do the silly thing which creates suffering. So in order to be happy, you must learn to create a lot of good cause. Some people want to be happy, they create a lot of bad causes. How to be happy? You want to be happy first? Create good cause, more often. Be kind to others. Treat others well. Help others if you can. That's the cause that you have to put in. Then by doing so, you find that the result will come eventually. Okay? Now, understanding of the law of karma will make us more spiritually matured. We don't depend on the person up there. Help me. Putting your hand like this all the time. Help me. No. We become more spiritually matured. We know actually our life depends a lot on our own actions. We don't even go to the Buddha image and Buddha, help me. Because the Buddha did say, you are the most eligible person to help yourself. But before you do that, you have to learn up some things. That is, you have to learn up some things from the Dharma. Equip yourself. Then you find that you're always equipped to face problem in life. So, understanding the law of karma will make us will make us become the master of our own destiny. We create our own hell and our own heaven. The choice is ours. Okay? So with that, I end my talk here, and I hope we will understand the point that our good deeds that we produce will help us in a long way, and the bad things that we do will create a lot of problems for us in the future also. So because of that, we must constantly, every single moment, single second, must try to observe our mind, watch our mind, and watch our actions, so that our future will be guaranteed. Okay? If a student study hard today, he will have a bright future. If the businessman work hard today with all the necessary skills and techniques and also the PR, you will be a successful businessman in the future. Anything that you do, work hard, believe in the law of karma, you will go through with ease. So thank you for being patient. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yeah, you have any question before you leave? I know it's a little bit late. Maybe I'll allow one or two questions. For those of you who feel like leaving, please do so. This is not a jail.